Careful, I've spotted a trap.
Even the would-be wizards inflict chaos and misery. This one is like a wild turkey. Strong enough to claw your eyes out, but stupid enough to drown in a storm puddle.
Did that cause a reaction?
Fear me, I am Billigar. I will give you tons of scars. My tricks are known throughout the land. My rhymes rhyme nicely. Understand? Billigar! Ha-ha! You wish to know of me? I am the best, can't you see? Such tricks, such rhyming. The biggest fan of the tricking, rhyming, best Billigar man. Sad sap, you stepped into my trap. If you move, this room explodes. You'll have to stay till you wither away. Your only hope's a secret button, but since moving will kill you, you can't do nothing. Is the button red? Blue? Orange? Will you find it? Will you... storange? Florange? Yeah, whatever. I am Billigar! Ha 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 ha! Don't forget, if you move from that spot, things around here will get mighty hot. Ha ha! Too bad you can't find my secret switch without moving from, where you're standing.
on my feet again.
Ah, so that's what that did. Does anything seem different now?
Into the fray once more.
A stitch in time, eh, friends? Careful now, that's a trap.
Stand down before I put you down.
What goes up must come down.
Take no prisoners! Here!
your soul!
Feel the pain of my sting!
Death, its own deliverance. Seven, have mercy on your soul.
Feel the pain of my sting!
Look out! I see a trap nearby. I've spotted something interesting.
What's this? I found something.
I can't feel my legs.
Back on my feet again.
Sweet relief.
Well, you know where to find. I wish you well.
Look out, I see a trap nearby. Now to find out what effect that had.
Fear me, I huss your his own friend.
Even the would-be wizards inflict chaos and misery.
This one is like a wild turkey, strong enough to claw your eyes out, but stupid enough to drown in a storm puddle.
Ah, so that's what... Now to find out what effect that had. Careful now, that's a trap. Careful, I've spotted a trap. I've spotted something interesting. Careful, I've spotted a trap. Sigurd's beard, what a find!
Ha-ha! We meet again, the living and the dead. Welcome you are amongst us pirates, for we aim to revert those roles. Your blood will fuel the stone, and our flesh will return to our bodies. You shall die, so that we may live anew.
good as a new penny.
The force of Maxos is within me. Who's laughing now?
Got my eyes on the prize. Look out! I see a trap nearby.
The seventh, call me home.
Into the fray once more. A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
I am on the trail, Source Hunter.
Bless the Seven, I am restored. I needed that.
On the men! Ascension time! Hey, my friends!
A dead dragon? Who could have bested one of Rivellon's most ancient creatures?
I'd wager someone, or something, made mad and mighty by Source.
So we're on the hunt for something capable of taking out not one, but two dragons.
Delight of delights!
Do you suppose that's what destroyed those dragons?
How can I suppose anything with those eyes sizing me up like so much rump roast?
It's drawing water from the sea.
It'll use it against us unless we can stop it.
Its own deliverance!
I need to dry off.
Tinson Dugons, you nearly startled me out of my boots.
Stitch in time, eh, my friends?
What's this? I found something.
Your flesh. Why, you're positively radiating. It's been years since a warm blood has wandered through these caverns. An utterly lovely sight. I know not. I know so little. My life in full I recall, from my earliest memories to my most recent sorrows. But why I should be trapped in this spectral form, I cannot say. I was on board a ship from Errata to Sicil. The night was black as ink, and the lighthouse in the distance offered us no aid. The ship's hull soon met the cragged shallows, and we were all of us lost. The thing I can least reconcile is that my own husband, my Samson, keeps the lighthouse. What could have become of him that night? My mind races with the possibilities. Gossipers. They nearly ruined me. In life, I was a natural philosopher, you see. A student of the stars. Errata, an elfish land not so far from Sicil, happens to boast the finest telescope in all of Rivellon. So I set sail, planning to spend several weeks there enhancing my research. When I arrived, I found an instant friend in the telescope's keeper, an elfish scientist named Faladar. We had much to share concerning our studies and found great joy in one another's company. It was a friendship as pure as starlight, but that didn't keep the rumors from flying. As the insinuations became increasingly vile, I thought it best to sail back to Sicil straight away and to introduce Faladar, my friend, to Samson, my only love, putting any and all foul rumors to rest. As you know, though, we never made it. Faladar is lost forever, and what has become of my darling Samson, I know not. Never. You mean to say he left us to those savage waters on purpose? I can't believe it. And yet, if what you say is true, well, I must meet him in any case. To the lighthouse, you said? Fine.
Desdemona, my love, I should have known you would never betray me. I should have known your love to be as constant as the sky. Madness took hold of my heart, and with razor nails scratched murderous intent into its depths. And yet, look at us now. Not even death could impede our reunion. I beg of you, my love, forgive me. With but a word, you can heal my heart, efface the scars that lunacy left there. Forgive me, my wife, my own. Forgive me.
You've heard the whole story by now. Perhaps you can help me settle my mind. Half of me is furious and the other half is utterly enraged. What do you think of my murderer husband?
Indeed. Samson committed a terrible deed, but I've never seen one so utterly filled with regret.
I suppose you're right. The deed is done, and I can do naught but move forward now. Samson, I do forgive you. I do.
Bless your shining soul, my love. From its incomparable purity, even the diamond hides its dull complexion in shame. The nightmare is at an end. We are together again, and shall remain so evermore.
Yes, the past is the past, my darling. Let's go forward together now, hand in hand into the next life.
Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah.
Cheese? Excuses more holes to the size of this pie.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Meow. Never saw you in the king crab before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like. I won't scratch back.
Dora, I didn't mean to frighten you.
I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the clipper I was on sank, and I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in, being the king crab's foremost patron ever since. A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though. We hit the cliffs right beneath the lighthouse. Not very apt a name for that building, I must say, for no light was shining from it. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. But I was alive, and that was more than anybody else could say. So I was. What friends I had. They drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley. And there I was, all alone. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm. But I do long for a companion of my own kind, and in that regard, there is no one like Maxine. Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. So gentle, so fair a feline. The grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of dyes in her sable coat. She's one of a kind, that cat. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. But for some reason, she is not to be swayed. Oscar, you say? I haven't been called Oscar in ages. Boy, does that bring back memories. It's the name the ship's cook gave me when I was but a kitten. I remember him rewarding me with bacon every time I caught another rat. And I remember listening to a fellow called Ebenezer, who used to tell me the wildest stories. A strange bird, that one. Used to indulge in every pleasure of life like there was no tomorrow. Guess there was no tomorrow for him, come to think of it. He would talk everyone's ears off about the delights of fine dining, his fascination with new fashions, about the elation of lovemaking, and so on and so forth. To me, though, never suspecting his revelations would be stored in my mind, he'd whisper of the shadow sides of his indulgent character. Fine dining, yes, on human flesh even. New fashions, sure, even if they meant the annihilation of a species for its hides. Lovemaking, indeed. But sometimes the girls were very young and suffered delicate tortures. Some died in his special chambers, but would still be used. A strange bird, as I'm sure you'll agree. If he were a bit smaller, I might have caught him like I would a sparrow and rid the world of his hidden evils. By all means.
Good stuff.
What's with you, bipeds and beard? Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. So gentle. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. But for some reason, she is not to be swayed.
Golly gosh! One who flaunts the highways and byways of silly old Sicile with the easy elegance of a puss with her tail in the air. I do declare such a sight is rather rare around here. But where are my manners? I am Maxine, and you must be one of those hunters one hears so much about. Charmed, I'm sure. I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? Born and raised on velvets and viands of most exquisite varieties. Maxine rhymes with queen, after all, and dearest. That is hardly a coincidence. Oh, he's a darling old Tom, isn't he? Paws over tails in love with me, and who can blame him? The feeling's, well, it's rather mutual, actually. But that pet of a puss simply doesn't have a penny to his name. At the risk of sounding as shallow as a spaniel, I can't but admit my love does not come unconditionally. What if we were to have kittens, he and I? They'd jolly well starve, wouldn't they, with an alley cat for a papa? Oh, dear Sam, he's such a good old bean. But he does rather reside at the bottom of the scratching pole, doesn't he? And dear me, one must have at least a mite of standards. But of course, darling, be my guest.
Where's a young Esmeralda these days? She has the softest lap to lay in. So there's the rub. I am but a stray, and she is the mayor's cat. Oh, I do understand her, I do. She wants a Tom of means, not privation. One who brings home the sardines and the occasional halibut. Would that I still had my collar. Such a marvel it was, as bejeweled as the night sky with precious stones, said to have once been worn by a far-off Maharaja's best hunting cheater. Like the king of all cats I looked when I wore it. A gift bestowed upon me by a princess whom I had kept company during a long and perilous voyage. A precious band of gemstones, lost as I was tossed around by the waves like a ball in a game of catch. Among the waves it remains, I imagine. Worn perhaps by a crab who fancies himself a Caesar with it. If only I could be the Caesar again, and Maxine my Caesarina. Whiskers! You found my collar? Oh, thank you! Bless you! I shall don it right this instant, and hie me to Maxine as fast as my paws can carry me. You have made me the happiest cat in the world! Indeed you have!
Heavenly herring! Delicious dogfish! Yours for a scratch off!
Maxine, my love, look at me. I'm wearing it. The collar I told you about. The one you told me was but the fancy of a dream. Here it is. A band of jewels, such as no one in Sicile has ever beheld.
Dear me, but that choker looks absolutely fabulous on you. Simply smashing. I can't believe it's real. Oh, darling Sam, you are a Tom of means after all.
That I am, my little tigress. Behold my true color and marry me. Make me yours, and my very life I shall dedicate to your happiness.
Oh, what a passionate puss you are, my darling Sam. As impetuous as ever. But indeed you do seem to have the right and reason to be. Oh, I shall hold you in suspense no longer. Yes, my dear Sam, I will marry you.
With a word, you have stopped my heart and set it beating anew with untold vigor. Come, my love, my lean-tailed lady. By the fire of the hearth, let us lie and purr the night away.
And so Sam's story has a happy end after all. Does she, though? She said yes the instant she saw the jewels in his collar. If it weren't for his wealth, she wouldn't have given him the time of day.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Sicefield ever seen. Seven, we've secured the perimeter.
Hear the stage calling you.
Have some pity.
Fantastic!
Come on! Can't you
Fantastic!
I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour.
You there! Take a seat. Prepare to laugh your head off, cry your eyes out, and teeter on the edge of your seat with an original tale from Stefan, the talking severed head.
Fantastic!
My word! Fantastic! Fantastic! Fantastic!
I am Reginald the Illusionist, purveyor of the most amazing artifact in Andevale. This fantastical talking head. Catch the act while you can. This show will only remain in Sicile as long as there are Legion soldiers to entertain.
Bravo! Yeehaw!
Hard times, Lord Pinchpenny? That's right, a talking head. And he doesn't just talk. He'll weave you a yarn so fantastic, you'll be begging to hear just one more, and just one more. It's quite a story how I found him, too. I obtained this curio by some rather sensational means. You see, I was diving in search of a rare medicinal sea herb. I volunteer at the local children's apothecary on weekends, in the shallows around Sicile's own Black Cove, when I spotted something amazing. The chest belonging to the fabled Captain Pontius.
Damn! My word!
Though the chest was stuck fast, I summoned a swell of great strength and prized it free from the ancient rock. I had the treasure of a lifetime in my very hands, but then, slurp, gulp, I was swallowed by an ornery kraken that seemed to appear from nowhere.
Fantastic!
In the hubbub, I lost hold of my prize and watched it sink to the bottom of the beast's cavernous belly. Still, I feared only for a moment that all was futile. Before my mind's eye swam the faces of the many war widows and necrotic orphans who would be lost without my charitable support. I knew I had to live. Grabbing fast to the hilt of a cutlass that floated by at just that moment, I summoned all my strength to slash a great gash in the creature's gut.
Ha! By the seven, what a tale!
Freeing myself from my would-be tomb, I swam as quickly as I could, first to the surface and then to the shore.
Fantastic!
It was there, along the rocky beach, that I tripped over this talking head. Strange, isn't it?
Ha!
Ha! My word!
A talking
Do,
head?
re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. Autographs will have to wait until the end.
Don't be afraid. What's your name?
My word!
Fantastic! Ha!
I doubt I have to tell you that I am the amazing singing Stefan, the only sentient severed head in Sicile. My audience sings my praises from hill and dale.
Fantastic!
Psst. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Oh, bless the seven. Look, you've got to help me. I've been kidnapped. Pleasure to meet you. Now, please, Stefan has many fans to meet today. Psst, now help me. Take me to Reginald's cellar. There I will reveal everything. It won't be the worst indignation I've suffered. Get on with it, then.
That is enough of that now! Ah! Tricks of a kid and for more, I see! Well, I think you've gotten quite familiar enough by now, thanks. Keep your paws in your pockets, if you please.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. What do you call a source hunter who finds a way to draw a crowd away from where he or she would like to perform a clandestine operation? A resourceful hunter. Come now, it can't be that hard to find something to draw off the attention of this bleating herd.
Bravo! Yeehaw!
Kids! This here is the greatest illusion in Hanover!
Performers, showmen, show. And who are you supposed to be? Take it up with Katerina. She's the master of this pig circus after all. Don't you have an impressive library here in Sicile? I'm sure that beast of a librarian could rustle something up for you. Oh, I should have been one of the greats. No, really?
My word!
Sigurd himself.
Zombie ate your dog? Orc sunk your ship? No matter! You're at Katerina's Fair, a veritable summer home for troubled minds. Won't you take a seat and let our esteemed entertainers whisk you off to a better place?
Just waiting for his big debut.
Well, I'm Katerina the Fair, fairest First Lady of the Fair, of course. I do love making the acquaintance of my patrons, and who knows which of them might become one of my performers. I've an open stage in want of talent, and I've often found the best young performers among the rank and file of the audience.
War machines. It is said, and this I have heard
The
from
theatre's fever has overcome you, has it? Marvelous! I do so love a fresh green talent ready to bloom. But I support players, not writers, you see. If you want to perform here, you'll have to find tried and true material.
Fantastic!
Today, I think King.
Check the library and see if any of the classics there interest you. I'd love to see a Source Hunters take on one of the old standards. Right away, my dear, just as fast as your boots can carry you. You found something decent to perform, I trust, and you've gathered enough actors to do it justice? Speak to Master Chaucer if you're ready for your debut. He alone can adequately prepare you for the stage.
Rainbow war machines.
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Cecile, what you're made of.
Oh, I would.
What is it this time? Katerina's given the go-ahead, has she? Oh, tell me when you're ready to begin, and I'll show you. Ready for your trial by fire, you mean? There's no more savage foe than an audience, my dear. But I'm sure you'll do just fine. And I'd like to be the king of Stormfist, but I haven't got the credentials, have I? Come back when you've found some material worthy of my stage. Performers, showmen, show all of them. Cecile, what you're made of.
Jagetta, friend.
I need something more.
Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hold is your... I am Victoria. When I was the fisherman who found me would have... He raised me like he has gone. Jagetta, friend. Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hold is yours to peruse and eat.
Most promising.
Kajdanor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Celeron will have to pay yet another fine.
No, this isn't the grimoire
Fortune.
I'm looking for. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And a first edition, too. Most promising.
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Stentaken.
No,
Esmeralda
this isn't the
does have a
grimoire
propensity
I'm looking
for
for.
all things naughty,
Is there
hasn't
no
she?
new book to be discovered in this library? No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. Is there no new book
Replace this
to be
book
discovered
here.
in this
A
library?
volume of poetry among novels? Rack. Mayhem.
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. The Pseudomonarchia
Place this
Daemon.
book here.
And the first
A volume
edition
of
too.
poetry among novels?
Most promising.
Rack. Mayhem.
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. The Encyclopedia.
Kaj Dinor.
I know it in my heart.
Still hasn't been returned. Celeron will have to pay yet another fine.
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. Is there no new...
There's the man with many cheeses.
Fantastic!
My word! You there! You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut! What is it this time? Ready for your trial by fire, and I'd like to be the king of Stormfist, but I haven't got the credentials, have I? Come, ready for your trial by fire. Not planning on playing to an empty audience, are you? Wait until I've gathered some victims to witness the spectacle, and then you can begin.
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated. A few more moments and the crowd will be all settled. A few more moments and the crowd will be all settled.
Fantastic! Bravo! Bravo!
If I wanted to wait around doing nothing, I'd get a job at court. Oh, come on. We haven't got all day.
Bravo! Yeehaw!
The stage is yours.
Around doing nothing, I'd get a job at court. Fantastic!
The crowd breaks into an approving chuckle. Eager to hear more, the crowd leans forward with great interest. One lady in the back is already chuckling. She must have heard this one before.
Simply marvelous!
The crowd's curiosity is piqued. Oh, do go on before they explode.
Simply marvelous! Simply marvelous! Good show! No, I hate
That's
there's
it,
an
Source Hunter. You've got this joyful crowd right where you want them. Now, take them on home.
Simply marvelous! Good show!
By the seven, what a tale!
Good
They
show!
like you. They really, really like you. Well done, Source Hunter.
You there! You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
Bravo! Yeehaw! Took my breath away, it did.
Took my breath away,
What is it this time... Well, I must say, that was, well, impressive. A bit like myself during my blue period, if I do so. Oh, here we go. And I'd like to be the king of... Oh, not planning on playing to an empty...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated. A few more moments and the crowd will be all settled.
Fantastic! Bravo! Yeehaw!
The stage is yours.
Fantastic!
The crowd breaks into an approving chuckle. Continue, by all means.
Fantastic! Bravo! Bravo!
Simply marvelous!
Bravo!
Fantastic! Simply
Eager to hear more, the crowd leans forward with great interest. One lady in the back is already chuckling. She must have heard this one before.
Fantastic!
Simply marvelous! Fantastic! Good show! Fantastic! Bravo!
Good show!
Bravo!
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 The crowd's curiosity is piqued. Oh, do go on before they explode.
Good show!
Fantastic! Good show! Oh, I hope there's an encore! Oh, I hope there's an encore! Oh, I hope there's an encore!
Oh, I hope there's an encore!
Bravo!
Good
That's
show!
it, Source Hunter. You've got this joyful crowd right where you want them. Now, take them on home.
An encore?
They like you. They really, really like...
You there! You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
I haven't seen a show like that in years. Oh, I'm all a quiver.
That was really something else. I'll never forget it.
Gory Rex.
Bravo! Yeehaw!
Across his realm. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti... Oh, excuse me, I'm trying... What do you call a source? A resourceful... Today, I think... No, here.
Fantastic!
It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst of colour.
My word!
So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds.
You there! You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
Fantastic!
Bravo! Yeehaw!
The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot,
Show all of them! Sightseer, what you're made of! Oh, dear, classic.
Enjoying the fair, aren't you? Of course. Speak to Master
What is it this time? Katarina's? Given the tell me when you're ready to begin, and I'll show you to your place. Oh, here we go. And I'd like to be the king of Stormfist, but I haven't got the Oh, here. Not planning on...
You hear distant mutter. Now. A few more moments. Not long now. The audience is just about to take its seat.
I should get a doctor.
By the seven, what a tale! My word! Bravo! Yeehaw! Fantastic!
The stage is yours. The crowd breaks into an approving chuckle. Continue, by all means.
Simply marvelous! Fantastic!
Eager to hear more, the crowd leans forward with great interest. One lady in the back is already chuckling. She must have heard this one before. The crowd's curiosity is piqued. Oh, do go on before they explode.
Fantastic! Oh, I hope there's an encore.
Oh, I hope there's an encore.
Fantastic! Oh, I hope there's an encore. Good show. Simply marvelous.
That's it, Source Hunter. You've got this joyful crowd right where you want them. Now, take them on home.
Fantastic! Fantastic!
They like you. They really, really like you. Well done, Source Hunter.
By the seven, what a tale! What are you looking at me for? There's a great show going on right in... Oh, I'm nothing but your average... Well, I've stumbled into quite the fine gig. I just let my appreciation for Reggie's work... Well, drawing a crowd's what I do best, and I'd be glad to do it for your little show. 100 98, 90... By the seven, what a tale!
That the king had a great thirst for colour.
My word!
So ardently did he crave...
What are you looking at me for? There's a great show going on right in... Well, I've stumbled into quite the fine gig. I just let my appreciation for Reggie's work bin...
What's that nutter in the back?
What's that nutter in the back hollering about? I can hardly hear the show for...
Who knew Elliot, who is said to have concealed his...
What is it? Oh, here we go. Not planning on playing to an...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity. A few more moments and the crowd will be all settled.
Gods, I should get a doctor.
If I wanted to wait around doing nothing, I'd get a job at court.
The stage is yours.
I'm doing nothing.
The crowd breaks into an approving chuckle. Continue, by all means.
Oh, Phil Here's an encore!
Eager to hear more, the crowd leans forward with great interest. One lady in the back, the crowd's curiosity is piqued. Oh, do go on before they explode.
Bravo! Simply
Bravo!
That's it, Source Hunter. You've got this joyful crowd right where you want them. They like you.
Ordered a contest across his realm. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. It won't be the worst indeed.
It's the future of entertainment.
Can you spare a coin?
You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
The body stirs, so this is what's to become of me. Nick's body grows cold, then hot. Could it be, after all this time? Reunited? Could it be real? Could it be true? Tremors overtake its hands, its knees, and then...
Toes, legs, arms, fingers. A bit more rotten than when I last saw them, but who am I to look a gift self in the mouth? Oh, the feeling of air in my minimally perforated lungs. Of, well, not quite blood, but lovely ooze pumping through my only moderately decayed veins. What a joy it is, my friend. What an absolute joy. Now for my last unfinished business. Pontius Pirate, the animal who consigned me to the peanut-crunching masses. I won't rest until his skull cracks beneath my foot. Despicable fiend. No wonder his spirit lingers in this cursed cave. Not even the darkest hell would open its gates to such a perversion of the human soul. He would tolerate no dissent upon his death barge. I dared to raise my voice but once, and his sword was through my throat before I'd even finished my plea. Dead? Dead, and dead for good? Never to rise again? You're very certain? Well, I would have loved to see him collapse to dust myself, but your assurance is most satisfactory. With my head back on my shoulders and my foes defeated, I owe you a large debt of gratitude, my friend. Here is my pledge to you then. Your enemies from now and forevermore shall be as my own. Call me when you will, where you will, and I will fight beside you. I'm dying to try out my right hook, now that I've got arms again after all. Until we meet again, Source Hunter, I remain your humble bodyguard, eager for your summons.
It was Source that drove Pontius mad, yet it is Source that has kept Nick alive to fight his old foe. Indeed, the Academy taught us far from all there is to know about this strange magic.
Strange indeed.
We are our own judges. The sights, the sounds, the chaos. Ah, who'd give all this up for oblivion?
That's it, kiddo. Explore as much as you can while you've got that youthful vim and vigor about you. Life is a wonderful thing. How could you? Those are lies. It was the ultimate pleasure. Oh, how could I hang back if there were even rarer, even more exquisite elations to pursue? How could I let any morsel of satisfaction go untasted in this brief mortal coil? Surely now you understand why I could never submit myself to the judgment awaiting me at the gates of the Hall of Echoes. No. I prefer to remain here for an eternity with a few of my senses, a few of my more delectable memories, than risk being cast into hell.
Go on then, Eb. Speak your piece.
Strange.
There's something to it, isn't there?
Agreed. Let this old ghost spend the next eon pretending he's living a life of splendor, while the rest of the world moves on without him.
Ah, you must be, like me, a fully fledged friend to experience. Ha! Leave paradise to those who lived safe and small, who never risked tipping the great scales out of their favor. To life!
Go on then, Ed. Speak your piece.
Who wants to be judged by a panel of stony-faced gods? In Riverlawn, we are our own judges. This ghostly form is the finest blessing we could hope for. The sights, the sounds, the chaos! Ah, who'd give all this up for oblivion?
Go on then, Ed. Speak your piece.
Who wants to be judged by a panel of stony-faced gods? In Riverlawn, we are our own judges. This ghostly form is the finest blessing we could hope for. The sights, the sounds, the chaos! Ah, who'd give all this up for oblivion?
Go on then, Eb. Speak
Go on then, Eb.
Who wants to be judged by a panel of stony-faced gods? In Riverlawn, we are...
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
One day you'll show 'em all.
I've spotted something interesting.
it!
On the men!
On the mend. I needed that.
As good as a new pin. Warm as dragon's breath.
The rabbit gives you a forlorn look. It seems as if it wants to speak to you, but can't. The rabbit nods and points to the northeast. The cat that got its tongue must have wandered off in that direction.